Hi, Underground Video Network. Mike here. As always with me is Richard.
Hi.
Richard, where are we?
We're at BayCon 2011, the very first one.
The very first BayCon. It's like the inaugural BayCon.
Yeah, this is the ultimate convention. Technology, pop culture, and bacon.
Bacon? I like bacon. I just thought it was a clever,
No, they actually have bacon here, Mike.
So there's like comic books and artists and bacon. That's awesome. This show's great. Why aren't you people here right now?
Don't you smell it?
I smell bacon. I'm here with Remy Creecy and Travis Echard of Black Cats Comics. Guys, how's it going?
All right, how are you doing?
Good. How you doing? I'm sorry, I'm just all back here behind you. How's it going? This is my first time getting the chance to talk to you guys. Richard introduced us earlier. For anybody else out there who hasn't had the pleasure of meeting you, can you let us know a little bit about you guys?
Yeah, well, our comic is Black Cats, Paranormal Exterminators. We do, it's on the web. It's a webcomic about three girls who run a paranormal extermination business. It's very much an amalgam of Ghostbusters and Charlie's Angels, so you get the eye candy as well as the humor.
Right.
It's a very fun, interesting, very self-referential work.
Nice. It doesn't take itself too seriously.
Oh,
It's
absolutely not.
Very satirical.
It's very much like a cheap B movie, wink your eye at the camera type deal.
If you like watching Mystery Science Theater because you enjoy that level of cheesiness, that's the kind of thing that we like to reference and poke fun at. And we love the old, guy in a rubber monster costume with the zipper up the back.
And you can see the strings on the UFO behind you and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And
as a matter of fact, it was funny. We mentioned that last time we were on about the MST3K references. It's a lot of fun.
Yep. Can you let us know the web address where you guys can be located
Sure,
at?
you can find us at www.blackcatscomic.com. We have we are currently having some hiccups, but we're hopefully getting back on track here in the next month or so.
Technical. Well, just like the good old science fiction movies, experience some technical difficulties.
That's right. Unfortunately, they while we are in control of the vertical and horizontal, our control is very spurious at best at the moment. But things are going to iron themselves out soon, and it's going to be. We're hoping to come back real strong.
We do have 3 full issues online though, and the 4th is almost finished. So.
Yeah, it's going to be, and expect some good things coming up. We've already got some stories lined up, and it's going to be a fun ride.
Guys, it was great meeting you, and I'm sure I'll see you guys in line for the bacon later. So
absolutely, you know it.
All right, thanks a lot. Still here at BayCon, and we've been to a lot of different conventions, and a lot of times we see the same things over and over again, but every once in a while something just jumps out at you. Big Scotty?
Yeah, Big Scotty.
Can you tell us a little bit about your company?
Big Style Productions. We do a little bit of everything: illustration, sculpture, special effects, costuming, just whatever's new and fun. I've got several people working with us. We have lots of different styles of artwork here.
I love the pen holder. The pencil, I love that.
That's our hair stick head. Hair sticks are very popular right now. We've got some bacon USB drives over there. I think we're the only ones that have those. We do a little bit of everything. You can see us on bigstyleart.com, and we also have this Facebook page.
Everybody's on the Facebook page.
Yeah, everybody's on the Facebook page. We've been doing the con circuit a little bit, MarCon for 6 years running.
Right.
This is obviously BayCon's first year. We were happy to be here, get invited. looking forward to coming back.
Right. Well, it was great meeting you, and I really enjoyed seeing your guys' stuff.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully you guys get a chance to check out their website, and hopefully we'll see you at more cons in the future.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mike here, and I'm standing in front of Cope's Creations, and I wear a scarf now. Scarves are cool.
Now, how many masks?
Still here at Baycon, and I'd like to introduce you to Captain Anthony. You are head of the Columbus Air Archon.
Yep, the Airship Archon.
Now let me ask you, I'm one of those people who is just enamored with steampunk, but I'm also one of those people who I see it from afar. I never get a chance to really get that much into it. Can you tell me and our audience a little bit about what the culture really is?
The culture started off as a very literary culture. It came from the books like H.G. Wells and Jules Verne and everything, but it's emerged into like an entire steampunk subculture and community. It's retrofuturism. It's taking the look and aesthetic of the Victorian era and combining it with modern technology.
So kind of like if electricity itself hadn't been invented and everything's still steam powered, that technology would probably have kept parallel, if not by some of these, excelled, what electricity would have, been able to do.
Exactly. It's all about, it's a bit of a reimagining the past and, what could have happened had, electricity not become dominant if the diesel age hadn't come in as soon as it did. So,
can you show us just real quick? I'm in love with your display here. Just some of the little items that you have here. Like I noticed the gun. I love the gun. It's got that 50s pop sci-fi feel to it.
This is the Annihilator Mark II. And it's a reimagining of the classic blunderbuss, pretty much. It's what you would get if you had a steam-powered blunderbuss. And this is one of our biggest sellers because it looks amazing and just the detail and work into it that goes into it. Like the faux patina on the barrel and everything and the diodes and regulators. So, yeah.
And see, I think that's one of the things that is like similar to the normal science fiction culture. Is there the geek's attention for detail? I think it's even more so in the steampunk genre, because like you said, the level of detail here is just phenomenal. The coils, the gauge, especially the gauges. Gauges seem to be the big thing in steampunk because
they are.
You got to have how much steam you're running.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Is there anything else here? I noticed let me ask you, one of the other things I've noticed about the steampunk culture is the goggles.
Ah, yes, the goggles.
I have to ask you about the goggles. They're amazing. I've seen some really cool ones. But what is it about the culture that brings out the goggles?
The goggles, it's one of those things where you need that one iconic piece that, represents who you are. And with us is the goggles, because you have mad scientists and you have airship pirates and adventurers and, you're out and you're doing all these wild and crazy things. So you have to have something to protect your eyes. And that's where the goggles come in. And you can't just have, some plain basic goggles. You have to have goggles for different occasions. You've got your airship pilot's goggles. You've got your adventurer goggles. You've got all these different variations and different kinds of things that do and have different purposes. And not only are they functional pieces most of the time, but they're aesthetically pleasing because you get the chance to customize and do with them what you want. So you can get a different look or feel out of them. So,
and that's the great thing about the steampunk culture too, is it has a general theme, but it's like everybody who does it has their own unique and personal spin on it.
I think one of the things that really draws people to steampunk is that for a lot of costumers is they come out of doing reenacting or Renaissance festivals or cosplay where you're doing somebody else's character. With this, you can do whatever you want in the style you want and make it comfortable and fit your personality and suit your needs without having to adhere to somebody else's constraints.
Now let me ask you, for someone like me who is very fond of the idea of steampunk, I don't know where to start. I wouldn't even begin, I have a pair of my, like lab goggles that don't even begin to, look like it. Can you give any kind of tips for our viewers, and I'll be honest, for me, who would like to, to do that?
There's a couple of different ways. One is we have personas. You know, I'm Captain Anthony LaGrange, the airship Archon, so I'm the airship captain, so I always look kind of captainy, and I'm bossing people around, telling them what to do and taking charge. But I mean, you can come with it from a persona, or you could come with like one item that you have, like a pair of boots or a hat, and you can build your outfit around just that one piece or that one persona item. So you can start with like a couple pouches, you can start slapping a few things together and be like, okay, so what is this look that I'm going for? I kind of like I want to be an engineer, so you would start adding accessories that, you know, make you look and feel more like an engineer.
More of like the tool base.
Exactly. And if you're a gunslinger, you know, you slap on a couple of 6-shooters or, you know, a ray gun.
Yeah.
And you're like, you build off of that. You go, okay, so what would I have? If I'm going out and I'm going to be an adventurer, what would an adventurer carry?
Yeah.
So you can start with like just a general base, and then you can work off of that. Or you can just kind of slap something together and be like, okay, what does this look like to me? What do I feel that this is? And then you can build off of that by adding the accessories that helps further make it, you know, what you want it to be.
Now, where would you say is a good place to get like the homemade accessories, like a good old-fashioned flea market or a Radio Shack?
Honestly, when I first started, and even now, I get a lot of my stuff from the thrift store.
Yeah.
Because when you come into the steampunk community, you stop looking at things as what they are, and you start looking at them at what they could be.
That's great. For our fans at home, is there any website that we can they can look you up, or for the Columbus area, your grouping?
Definitely. For us, we have www.airshiparchon.com. That's how you can find us. And another great resource for all steampunks everywhere is the Steampunk Empire. It's like Facebook, but for steampunks. It's completely there. We've got forums. We have an events page where you can post your events and gatherings that other people come out. You can make a profile, and it's just another good way to, you know, reach out to other people in the steampunk community.
Well, Captain, it was very good meeting you, and we'll see you around.
All right.
Hi, I'm here with DJ and Todd of Yeri Gypsy Hunter Comics. Guys, first of all, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
This has been a good day for me first meeting people. This has been a great con for me. Guys, can you tell me a little bit about what you guys, your comic book?
Well, it's a story of teenage angst and revenge. It's about an orphan who is eventually going to search for the killer of his parents. We're taking him from age 16 through 42, and right now the place in the story, he is a teenager going through high school. He's also in a rock band and has the unique ability of altering perception, so he can fit into any location.
Oh, kind of like twist the way people see him, and you know, if he needs to be a certain kind of person, that's the way they perceive him as being.
Exactly. It's kind of like Quantum Leap without the leaping.
And a little bit of the Pretender in there too.
Yeah, exactly.
For those of you who caught, like the four of you who caught my Pretender reference, you know. Have you guys got anything big coming up?
And I actually find that when I'm
our big reveal happened just a couple of weeks ago. We revealed his power. Right now, it's still kind of a secret what his power is. We showed it, but we haven't really explained exactly what it is until just now.
Was it something he always knew about and kept to himself, or was it something that even he's gradually learning to?
He's just discovered it.
Really?
He doesn't know what it is.
He doesn't know what's going on yet.
He just knows that something's not right.
Right.
Yeah. So
he's learning it along with the audience as it goes along.
Yeah.
Great. Have you guys got a website that our fans can check it out?
www.yerithecomic.com. And our main product is actually the website. This is all for promotion of the website.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about the website, or just about the comic?
I don't know what more to say about
the website is the webcomic. Every Friday we upload a new page. We have other features on the website. We have webcomic reviews that Doug writes. We have those. We have contests. We have what we're starting called Faces of Yeri, where we don't have our prop with us right now. It's in the car, but we have a guitar, and people come at the shows, ask them if they want to pose with a guitar, take a picture, put it up, and they'll be part of the Faces of Yeri Yeri.
Oh, nice.
So that's something new that we just started. We also have a few Facebook pages that we operate. We have a Rainer Facebook page. Rainer is the band that the cast is in, and we're promoting that as a real band.
Oh, wow.
So we write the posts as if the real band is posting.
Right.
Hopefully we've already accumulated quite a few fans that I think are unaware that it's a comic. So it creates kind of an
When are you
inside.
guys playing? When's your next gig? Oh, I missed you last week.
That's kind of an inside joke that we have with the people that do know it's a comic.
Then I'm sure you get those 2 or 3 guys. Yeah, I loved you guys last week at that bar. You guys were great.
Well, and we've been working with a local band called the Fantods, and they've been trying to help us out a little bit. We're in the works of trying to get some music from them to be the music of Rainer.
Right.
They post on the Rainer page occasionally. They're actually performing in the Battle of the Bands with the band right now.
Okay.
And we've actually teamed up with another web creator, and we're using their band, Chaos Punks, in it as well.
Cool. So yeah, check out the website because not only will you be able to see a really great comic, you'll be able to get links to some cool bands and shoot, you can check out to see what conventions are going to be coming up to next, and you could actually pose with them and be a face of Yeri.
Yes.
Guys, thanks a lot. It was a pleasure. Thank you. I'm here in the game room at Baycon with Stratos. I've been heard you called like the game master. Why would you have such a name like that?
Well, at this point in my career, I have created several games. Kaiju Chaos is my new game that I've created from ground up. I've also worked on a few other games. Earlier in the day, I ran a scenario called Warlands Death Race that I also created the scenario for, and I had some input on the creation of Warlands itself.
We'll have some pictures I took some pictures of that earlier. That was amazing looking.
Thank you.
Get a chance to. It's not set up, but I have pictures of it. That was just wow. I mean, the level of work that went into that.
No, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoy making terrain, and I enjoy painting miniatures, and so the whole process of it's just a lot of fun.
So it's a labor of love for you.
Definitely.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about what we've got going on here in front of us?
Sure. I'm getting ready to run a scenario called Ancon Annie Attacks, and basically it's a zombie scenario. It uses the regular rules that I created for Kaiju Chaos, but it's set for human characters. So we've got Dr. Chaos is standing here in the middle of the table, and we've got a member of Special Mission Force over there, and then we've got some zombies that are starting to come out here, and people are going to fight. Dr. Chaos's goal is to try to get off the table, and hopefully he survives. This over here is not actually part of this scenario, but it's my original Chaos Monster. It's the first of several resin kits that we've created specifically for the game that can be used to battle against Godzilla, Cthulhu, and other big game pieces and toys that you might already have in your collection.
Now, is there a website somebody can come to see your work, or even like commission you? Or do you do commission work?
We do, yeah. BaileyRecords.com is the company name, and that's Bailey Records is both my music label and now a game company. But you can also go to KaijuChaos.com, and it's just KaijuChaos.com. And find out all the information about the game itself. We're working on right now a couple new PDF supplements. We'll have a couple new releases, including Godzilla, which is a giant pumpkin tentacled monster. And we also have a few other pieces that I'm keeping hush-hush right now, but they should be out within the next month or so.
Nobody but my wife watches this show anyways.
And we'll have a soundtrack.
Soundtrack?
Of course, because that's what I do primarily is I make music for games, so I need to make music for my own game. So we'll have a soundtrack for it that will feature not only music by myself, but a few other artists of some remixes and some cover tunes.
Well, if you get a chance to definitely check out his website, because this is impressive. The setup you had earlier was just astounding. Well done, my friend. I mean, it was just great. If you get a chance to check out his website, if you got any kind of like ideas for games, run them by him, because I've seen your work, and that's just impressive, man. That's well done.
I appreciate it.
All right. I'm here still at Bacon with James Hutton.
Yes.
How you doing, good sir?
I'm doing well, thank you very much.
Let's tell the people at home a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm the creator of InHisLikeness.com, which is a webcomic based in mythology, minimalistic in that the main characters and all of the connecting characters are dots. That's the basics. I just started actually another webcomic called AltHistoryComic.com, which is various views of the world, how they might be alternate versions of them day to day, every day, 5 days a week. So I do a lot of writing.
Cool. Where did you come up with the idea of just the dot?
It was a need, because I'm not an artist, a traditional artist anyway.
I'm not very good.
Yeah, that's exactly where it came from. I am not good at arting. So I was working on a webcomic with a traditional artist. He went to art school, things fell off. I still had the itch. So I sat down in front of, I believe at the time it was Photoshop. I've since moved on to Illustrator. And what would a dot say? And it came out with, "Hi, I'm God," and it built from there. And over the course of the next 3 months, showed it up on LiveJournal, and people liked it from there, so I built a website, and it spiraled out of control, and 8 years of my life later, here we sit.
And it's not just the comics and the buttons I see t-shirts. What all can we find on your website?
If you go to the website, as far as, swag, you will find many books. The 2 trade paperbacks feature the first and second 100 comics. We have 2 black and white books that one of them was created in 24 hours via the 24-hour comics challenge, and its sequel, which is a choose your own adventure, because I like to dip my hands.
Those are great.
I like to dip my hands in all stupid pop culture. There's one book I don't have featured here, which is a 32-page all original book featuring the characters, which was it's Ocean's 11 meets Kaiju Big Battle with dots. There's a heist, there's giant robots, there's a sea monster. It's insane. It's called Viva Las Vegas. Shirts, buttons, and anything else that I'm currently working on at the time. Could be anything.
And I like the little baby doll you got there.
Yes, it doesn't fit me so well, but I will.
He will model it for you.
In Dot We Trust, which is the cute little tagline. Your profit for profit.
Well, thanks a lot, James. It was
Thank you very
great
much.
talking to you. We love the website, and if you get a chance to at home, check it out. It's fun.
There's a lot of webcomics out there who all do different things. If you are a fan of any of the ones that do something different, not just your traditional people talking and action happening, try Dots. They're different, but they're wonderful. In his likeness.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
I'm here with Matt, Sloan, and Aaron Young, who together form the internet sensation Chad Vader. Guys, can you tell? I don't even know why I'm saying this because most of our viewers know who you are. But can you give us a little recap of your show?
Sure. Chad Vader is Darth Vader's younger brother. He is the manager of a grocery store, and he's not quite. He doesn't have the charisma that his brother has. He's kind of a loser.
That's a great way to sum it up. How did the idea of putting, first of all, coming up with a brother for Darth Vader come up, and not only that, but putting him in a grocery store? I mean, how did that come up?
Well, it was kind of like we thought about the idea of Darth Vader being in a grocery store. He would just kill everybody, and it just wouldn't really work. We wanted to do a series, so we changed it to Chad Vader. We made it his brother, who's not as cool as Darth. And we tried to round out the show with a bunch of other characters that were unique to Empire Market. And so we've got, Chad Vader, who's obviously Star Wars related, but then all the other characters are kind of just their own thing, and we just tried to tell an original story.
And let me ask you, the two of you, like I said earlier, the two of you together are Chad Vader. You are the voice, yep, and you are the body. What's it like for the two of you to work together to make one character?
I think it came about pretty naturally. We have done we've done lots of live chat appearances where we actually do have to be in sync, in terms of hand expressions and voice. So it's something that is definitely developed over time, but it started out pretty naturally.
And you know, there's a surprising amount you can do to be expressive as a Vader. It's not just the arms and stuff like that. Like there's certain ways you can move your head. I do this thing with my ankles that I'm very proud of, where I just will move up and down a little bit when Chad's feeling a certain way. Like he'll rise up a little bit on his ankles, and it's sort of, I don't know. It's just this thing that when you can't express yourself in any other way than with your body, you kind of like develop a bunch of different ways to do it. So it's fun.
How difficult is it being in that suit for taping and when you go do the live shows?
Well, up until recently, it was very difficult because it's really hot. Just like sweating all the time, the vision's fogged up, you can't see anything. If I have to do any sort of physical activity in the suit, I'm just completely exhausted after like 5 minutes. But recently we got an ice vest, which I put on and it puts the ice right next to my skin, and that helps a lot. Ideal temperature for shooting when you're in that suit, though, is going to be like 40 degrees. One time we shot in the winter. It was like minus 10 outside. I was fine in the suit, except for my feet got cold. So.
Are there any...
He complains a lot about wearing the suit.
I do. Because
you may have noticed already.
Yeah.
It's hell.
Outside of the grocery store, is there any locations like you guys haven't yet put Chad Vader in that you would like to see? I'm trying to get an exclusive. Is there anything like Chad Vader at the beach or anything like that you guys would like to see him do?
Boy, that's a good question.
Yeah. Somebody told us we should do something with Chad recently, and I can't remember where it was, but it was a good idea, but now I forgot. One time we got an offer from a guy who owns a strip club down south, and he said you should come down and shoot Chad at the strip club.
A golden opportunity missed.
Yeah, we never took him up on it, so that would have been
We
fun.
probably could still do it if we made the trip.
If we really wanted to.
Well, if you guys are back in the Ohio way, give me a call. I might know people who might know where there's a strip club or two. I'd be more than happy.
You own a strip club, don't you?
This ain't paying the bills
You
right
heard
here.
it here first,
This ain't
folks.
paying. This right here ain't paying the bills. Speaking of paying the bills, can you tell us a little bit about your guys' website?
Yeah, it's blamesociety.net, and you can watch all of our videos there, and you can also buy merchandise. We have T-shirts and DVDs for sale.
I figured this kind of so sexy.
And you can keep up with all our latest videos on the website. Or if you want, go to YouTube and just type in Chad Vader, and all the videos will come up.
You can also watch Chad Vader on Hulu. We have a Hulu channel. So.
And you guys aren't only just doing the Chad Vader. We've heard too that you have other projects in the works and that you have done.
Our latest series, actually, that we've been making a lot of because it's so fun to make, is called Beer and Board Games. And the idea is that we just drink usually at least 6 beers and play a board game. You progressively get to see like how it affects our play in the game. We played a classic 80s game called Dark Tower, which has like a big tower that's electronic that tells you like where to go on the board, and that one's a lot of fun. I think Matt gets very upset in that one, which is always enjoyable.
I can just see that. I'll tell you where to go.
And
it's a fun show.
Yeah, we play it. So, and we've got one coming up where we're going to be dressing, or we're playing Monopoly, and we're dressing up with monocles, canes, hats.
We're dressed up like Mr.
suits.
Monopoly, and we play Monopoly. And I'm editing that right now. That should be coming out in a week or so, and things get pretty crazy.
We play with a guy named Dylan who we haven't done the show with before, and he just goes nuts. So it's gonna be great.
And the one question I have to ask is, have you guys been approached or met anybody from the actual Star Wars franchise?
Yeah, we've been to the Lucas Ranch a couple times. We met David Prowse, who is the original
guy in the
Yep.
Vader suit. Didn't you meet Anthony?
I walked past Anthony, not Anthony Edwards. He was on ER. Anthony Daniels was C-3PO. And I walked past him in the Lucas Ranch cafeteria. But I didn't meet him. I hear he's a bit of a prickly pear. But you didn't hear it from me.
Matt also had a little run-in with Jonathan Frakes at a convention.
Oh God, I'm not going to tell that story.
I will tell the story. I love it.
All right, I'm getting comfortable for this one.
Yeah, it's actually not that long.
It is not that interesting either.
He was walking.
Not at all.
He was walking down the hallway in the hotel. I think Matt's room was near Jonathan Frakes, and so Matt walks past Jonathan Frakes and says hi. And Jonathan,
also not true. You were telling the story wrong. I will tell it.
all right, well then you should tell it.
We were in the hotel bar. I walked past Jonathan Frakes. We were both guests of the convention. So I gave him just a little congenial nod, and he just totally ignored me. He totally blew me off. He just walked on past, and I was a little tipsy. I got a little upset. And that's it. That's all. It's not an interesting story.
What happened is he got fraked. That's what we like to call it.
You got Frakes.
He got fraked. It's kind of like
how
being
tempted
punked.
were you in your best Darth Vader to just walk up to him and say, "Make it so"?
Frakes,
make it so.
I'm disappointed in you, Frakes. You will not nod at me again.
Well, guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. I can legitimately say I've been fans of your guys for a long time, and it was a
great.
pleasure to meet you.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Really, we say it a lot, but if you get a chance to, check out the YouTube, and like they said, Hulu. You watch one, you're going to get hooked. It's a great show, and I really appreciate you guys taking time to talk to us.
No problem.
Thank you.
Richard? 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 Richard, really? We're down here at Columbus at Baycon, and I turn my back for 1 minute, and you're over here playing video games.
Hey, it's an arcade. What do you expect?
It is a Star Wars arcade game. I'll give you credit for that one.
So it's been a long day today.
It's been a very long day. Today,
we talked to a lot of people.
A lot of people. Today was the very first Baycon, which I'm pretty sure after today there should be more.
Yeah. So we talked to the Chad Vader crew.
The Chad Vader crew. Special thanks to the Chad Vader crew.
A bunch of different comic artists from the area.
Yep.
Web comic person. Steampunk. Everybody.
Yep.
So
I got some free bacon.
I hope you enjoyed
I love the bacon.
Show. This was great.
Great. We had a great, fantastic time. Free bacon. You go on about Chad Vader. Free bacon. I got free bacon today, and free energy drinks, which is why I'm a little peanut like right now. I'm just it's like I got free bacon. I got free bacon. Yeah. It's like I got free bacon and energy drinks. It's so wonderful. And there's comic books and there's free bacon. There's Star Wars. Okay. Ooh, sugar rush.
It's gonna be a long way home tonight.
Yeah. He gets to put up with this sugar rushing in the car for like an hour and a half too. So we hope you had a great time watching us. We had a great time being down here. Looking forward to seeing many more Baycons in the future.
Okay. See ya.